He used to be one of America's top agents, but simply because he was tired of a life of killing, he eventually hid his true identity and came to a small town, making a living by raising bees. Due to his reclusive personality, no one was willing to communicate with him at all, and only his neighbor was kind-hearted, often caring about this aloof young man, which also made James find a feeling like having family. And every week he would bring his homemade honey to visit. But on this day, when he came to deliver honey as usual, he found that no one answered the door after knocking for a long time, which made James instantly feel something was wrong. So he pushed the door open and walked in. Sure enough, when he walked into the house, he actually saw that his neighbor had died at home. Just as he was feeling shocked, a female police officer suddenly appeared and pointed her gun at James, and she was none other than the grandmother's biological daughter. Obviously, she had already regarded James as the murderer, but after the police investigation at the scene, they discovered that the grandmother's death was not accidental, which confused the daughter, who was also a police officer. She couldn't believe that her usually optimistic and cheerful mother would be so extreme, until she saw the computer at home and found the reason from it. It turned out that just a few hours ago, the grandmother, who was online, suddenly received a phone call. The caller first accurately stated her identity information and said the grandmother had won a grand prize of $500, and she only needed to click on the software to claim it. With a try-it-out mentality, she downloaded the software according to the instructions. What she didn't know was that the other party was a gang of scammers. Then the grandmother indeed found an additional deposit in her account, but it wasn't $500, it was $50,000. Immediately after, the scam leader deliberately acted pitifully and said that he had entered the wrong number, and asked the grandmother to return the extra $45,000 to them, otherwise he would lose his job because of this. Hearing this, the grandmother completely believed them, and without much thought, she transferred the extra money back. What she didn't know was that her every move was under the scammer's control. As she slowly entered her bank card password, the scammers had obtained her password. When the computer returned to normal a few minutes later, the grandmother's savings of over $2 million had been completely emptied. Seeing this situation, the grandmother broke down on the spot, and thus the scene at the beginning occurred.